Subject Pediatric Nursing, Unit Congenital Malformation, Topic Fetal Circulation. During pregnancy, the fetus depends on its mother for nutrition and oxygen. The fetus does not breathe air. The placenta is the air exchange place instead of lungs. The fetus is connected to the placenta by the umbilical cord. All the necessary nutrition from the mothers to the baby sent through this umbilical cord only. Waste products and carbon dioxide from the baby are returned back through the umbilical cord to the mother's circulations. The umbilical cord contains two umbilical arteries and one vein. While the baby is still in the uterus, the lungs are not being used. Baby's liver is not fully developed, so the circulating blood bypass the lungs and liver by special opening called shunts. Now we see the adult circulation. Superior vena cava carries the deoxygenated blood from the upper part of the body, and the same time inferior cava carries the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body and conveys to the right atrium. By atrial contraction, deoxygenated blood moves to the right ventricle via tricuspid valve. By ventricular contraction, deoxygenated blood pumped into the lungs via pulmonary artery. At lungs, exchange of air takes place. Oxygenated blood from the lungs moves to the left atrium via pulmonary veins. Through the atrial contraction, oxygenated blood transferred to the left ventricle via mitral valve. By ventricular contraction, oxygenated blood pumped into all parts of the body through the aorta. Fetal circulation. At uterus, from the placenta, oxygenated blood and nutrients are carried through the umbilical vein to the liver. There, in the ductus venosus, this blood mixes with some deoxygenated blood from the portal vein and then exits via the inferior vena cava. In the inferior vena cava, blood mixes with more deoxygenated blood and carried to the right atrium. From the right atrium, oxygenated blood bypass the right ventricle and move to the left atrium through the foramen ovale. From the left atrium, blood flows into the left ventricle and is pumped out the ascending aorta, delivering partially oxygenated blood to the head and arms and to the descending aorta. At the same time, deoxygenated blood returning to the right atrium from the superior vena cava flows mostly into the right ventricle and it is pumped out to the pulmonary trunk. Ductus arteriosus, the connection between the aorta and pulmonary artery, sends much of this blood from the pulmonary trunk to the descending aorta. The descending aorta carries the semi-oxygenated blood to the gut and lower extremities with a branch to the umbilical arteries that deliver the poorly oxygenated blood to the placenta for oxygenation. At birth, when child breathes, the alveoli fill with air, so pulmonary vessels dilate, decrease the pressure in the pulmonary system, and also decrease pressure in the pulmonary arteries, prevents the blood from the shunted through the ductus arteriosus and being closed within 10 to 15 hours of birth. Then blood flowing back to the left atrium from the lungs, so increase the pressure in the left atrium. This causes closing of foramen ovale. At the same time, spontaneous constriction of the umbilical vessels by the clamping of the umbilical cord. This is the tabulated explanation of fetal structures and it function and its non-functional adult structures. Example, umbilical vein become ligamentum teres capitis. This is closure of shunt after birth. Foramen ovale completely closed 1 year after birth. Ductus venosus closed after 3 to 7 days. Ductus arteriosus closed after 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you.